It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Christian Kirk on the doorstep of another milestone in a great season, approaching 1,200 yards. It's the Texans and the Colts, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory, and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. Bringing him out, the 3rd overall pick from way back in 2008. A guy now in his 15th NFL season, Matt Ryan.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
To the air right away is Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Former first-rounder Derek Brown living up to the billing on that stop. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Now Ryan. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Ryan. Back to the same target, Campbell. And he's going to get this down near the 25. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And bringing them out is a Pro Bowler back in the 2015 campaign. He's now approaching a decade in the league. It's Teddy Bridgewater.
And normally in this spot we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Bridgewater on first down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And he finds his target, Ebron. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Third and long for Bridgewater. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand. And a really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
From the 27, Ryan. Catch made here by Campbell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Looking deep downfield, and that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. To the right side, complete to Taylor. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will be taken at the 13. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First down, Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Ryan. He'll get this one to Pittman. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Ryan to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught by Galladay. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. On 2nd and 10, Bridgewater. This one into the hands of Harris on the crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So if you're going to play charades at home, make sure you grab him, because for a running back, he sure did a pretty good wide receiver impression there. Going to line up in the slot to the left side. And a lot of times, as we well know, running back routes aren't as crisp as wide receiver routes. But this one, more than adequate for that play.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Eric Ebron in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA. Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And it's Harris on second down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And quickly they get to the line. Now a first down carry for Harris. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's another carry for Harris. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Harris running straight ahead. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas. They're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the zone.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards. Running left, Taylor. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 44. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, it's Taylor. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. From the gun on third down, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet, but at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They hand this off to Harris. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. On the give, this is Harris. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. Touchdown, Texans. Kenny Galladay, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Ryan. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley Cox. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for a Colts.
Now it's Ryan. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Romeo Okwara coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Ryan. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, they seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown is going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Ryan will throw again. That ball caught by Campbell. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
That's good for a goal.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was all finished off by the Jonathan Taylor touchdown catch. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight on the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth quarter in Philadelphia. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. And he finds his target, Ebron. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So first and 10 now from the 30. Bridgewater to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Bridgewater. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
An excellent gain, 35 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
One last shot at the end zone. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Here's Bridgewater. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. What a finish in this one, Charles. Here, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Texans, they do get that 10th win of the year as they finish up at 10-7 overall. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss here is their 10th of the season. And it will be a disappointing finish to the regular season, no doubt.